Okay. Hello guys, we are here in the GoObus King of the Hill, and that was a really weird selecting of those probes. They have just the top 3 in that one. That's kind of strange. But now we have xel'naga talking to everybody because they requested to be a referee. We are watching coLrsvp, the Challenger, very strong player from Complexity Gaming. I've seen him play in a couple finals of other tournaments. He is a very skillful player, going to go up against the champion that we are going to be watching, tQSungpa, the Terran on the top left. Sungpa is another strong Terran player that I've seen at the top of a lot of tournaments. He is a teammate of mine, so it's definitely cool to have him here. Notice that the map is GSL Tal'Darim Altar, one of the very good GSL maps, very, very large. You do have that natural expansion as always, and you have 4 xel'naga watchtowers that are in very key spots. If you have the control of this watchtower, there is no way that your opponent, who is on the same side as you, can actually just attack move into your base without you seeing it through the watchtower. If you have control of both of these watchtowers, there is no way your opponent on the ground can actually attack you without your knowledge if he moves through the ground, because you'll be able to see the army moving out. That's actually a very underrated and underused technique to control both of these watchtowers, as the scout information can be invaluable and save the game. So Sungpa looks like he's going to do his normal MMM style. Sungpa is very good at that. We actually just saw him in the last game defeat TQ Skulls with it. After Skulls, a strong push in, and Sungpa barely held with only 1 bunker remaining and a very few units to deal with a couple Colossi. RSVP is also no player to really shy at. He's shy about. I'm not quite sure what I was going to try to say, but basically RSVP is incredibly good. He does have I've actually never seen him TVP, but I have seen him do the other matchups, and he's definitely strong. Complexity Game is a very good team. They do have anti-mage on their team. I know Gan at the very least was part of it, if not still is. I don't particularly know. I do know that Ganon still carries the COL tag. So we're going to watch to see what these guys are going to do. I'm curious to see if RSVP is going to do something different from what Sungpa does, but he actually... Or wait, not Sungpa, Skulls did. But there he is. He loses his probe to this Marine. It's a little unfortunate, as you can actually get the guy out as long as the Marine isn't controlled perfectly, but Sungpa controlled it perfectly. I do want to actually also mention the fact that you can't really wall off your main base here easily, as it's a very weird ramp, and your easiest chance at walling off is there, sadly, as you have 1 entrance here at this ramp for your main, and another back entrance here that goes into your third. You notice that the third does have the full 8 mineral patches. It does not have that cool mechanic where you have only 6 or 7 mineral patches in certain bases, depending on whatever. But still, RCP second gas is now up. He's getting started. Net core currently boosting out his Stalker. Watch the production tab a little bit. We do see that we have Sungpa going for a factory. We might actually be seeing a straight 1-1-1 build. He will have enough for his starport directly, well, really right now as this factory finishes. We'll see if he chooses to build it. Looks like he will, maybe. Might be going for a Hellion drop. But seeing this fast Hellion would be indicative of that, and there is the starport immediately, or almost immediately. So I'm going to be expecting a Hellion drop. Looks like it won't be Blue Flame, but it will be Hellions. If he gets 4 Hellions, I believe he one-shots all the probes, possibly 3, I think. Don't really know though, but oh, he's actually going to be Sungpa. Oh, never mind. That RSVP Stalker is going to actually save the Zell from being picked off by this Hellion. But looks like Stalker's going to go and take a few hits on the Hellion, just try and run away, but it's actually taking hull damage now from the Marines. So it looks like Sungpa is actually going to be doing a sort of a TVT type of push, and he barely kills the Hellion. So RSVP killing the Hellion in just in time to stop this expansion being thrown down from RSVP. It is a 1-gate fast expand. He's actually using his gateway units to actually start attacking the front. He's going to be able to pick off that Marine? No, he won't. But the supply depot is going to be starting to get taken out. Looks like it's actually looking like Brood War TVP. Looks like Sungpa having a tech up to the factory immediately. That is definitely Brood War TVP, and RSVP attacking the supply depot with what would be Dragoons, outranging the Marines. That's so Brood War-ish. It's kind of funny to see. I kind of like it. Definitely remind me of Stork and really any good Protoss player against Terran, using those early Dragoons to attack the Terran. But this supply depot is actually burning down. Sungpa is finally bringing down an SCV to repair it, and look at that, Marines are being picked off. These guys are being so effective. 4 kills between them. He's got to pull back in range of the bunker now, but he took down that supply depot, which is actually going to be supply blocking Sungpa for a moment. He doesn't really seem to have another supply depot in play, but he does have a Banshee coming down. This is going to be really, really important, as RCP does not have any observers there. His first observer going to come out now, but the cloak is not going to finish in time to abuse that observer timing. So Sungpa is going to have to try and be as effective as he can with this, because where are the stalkers? There are the stalkers. They're actually not going to be back in time to do this, but there is another stalker here. Just warping a few more. This is actually going to be great, as this Banshee looks like it was just spotted by these guys. It's going to actually take a few hits. It could take out that stalker easily, but it's just going to be wary of reinforcements. So Sungpa is actually going to be completely repelled by that, but his command center is almost completed. So he's going to have his expansion of his own in a moment. Looks like RCP is going to scout for this, and he does have a probe up here at the front. Another Banshee is out. Cloak is almost completed. Sungpa is going to be able to use these guys as effectively as he wants to, but he's actually got a... Oh, he's going to be able to... No, he's not going to pick off the pylon. Looks like he's going to snake around and try and take advantage of this and attack from an angle where the stalkers won't be able to hit it. And there it is. And so RCP is pulling down some more stalkers, but there's the cloak. That's going to allow him to take out that pylon easily, and that's going to move into the natural expansion and encounter an observer. So that Banshee actually might get taken out. One more hit. Oh no, it's actually going to survive. Actually, 2 more hits. I didn't see that. I thought it took 1 more hit than it actually did. However, that's going to be fine for Sungpa, as he's going to be able to get up his command center and just bring it down there normally. RSVP, however, is about to lose his scouting probe before he's going to be aware of this expansion. But he's got to assume it at the fact that Sungpa is just moving his units here. Banshees are in the field. With this, Sungpa might also want to repair this Banshee. That'd be a smart move. We'll probably see an orbital command morph immediately after Sungpa gets down the command center. But let's just see, RSVP's got fairly good saturation, and he's been mining this for a fair amount of time. At the very least, 100 minerals mined from every single one of these patches, except for these 2, which is going to change in a moment. Once that guy picks off, there we go. So we're able to just move in some guys into these assimilators, get a lot more gas income. Sungpa has tanks out as well as he's getting siege mode. He is. So Sungpa is going to get a very strong marine, tank, and Banshee combination. This is very, very strong and difficult to deal with, as the Banshees do a great job of sniping Colossi and Immortals. We're having Phoenixes coming out. They're going to have a hard time dealing with the large marine count, but they will be able to destroy these Banshees. Banshees are light, they're not armored, so the Phoenix will actually do its full 20 damage to them per attack, as they do to 2 attacks and 10 damage versus light. And oftentimes, I would definitely suggest that 2 times 10 is 20. In case you guys did not know, I am intelligent. I feel like that actually proves it, that I am a semi-intelligent person, as this Banshee in the middle of the field is a weird scouting Banshee, and might actually start getting picked off by these Phoenixes. Looks like RCP is actually supply blocked, but the pylon's about to finish, and there we go. Immortals and Phoenixes are being produced. So now, where did those Phoenixes go? They are here. Okay. Looks like Sungpa will not be losing any Banshees for free, and he is finally repairing this Banshee. Banshees repair really slowly. That's definitely a good move. They repair as quickly as Thors do. They would be impenetrable. But here we go. RSVP going for another expansion down here. Getting a cannon offered both detection and protection. But there we go. Looks like that SCV is going to go down to these guys. And this is going to alert Sungpa to the fact that there are those guys on the field, and immediately an engineering bay is going to be built. And it looks like Sungpa is going to also spread his Marines, try and defend his Banshees, make sure they do not die. He has a Raven out as well. Point defension will be very important in taking down any of those attacks. Another SCV is going to run down, and hopefully run straight to the 3rd. Looks like he's just going to scan here at the front. And oh, look at this. RCP realizes what this means. It's going to be a scout running in. But Sungpa is being very intelligent and running down to the 3rd. There it is, directly onto here. And possibly that SCV is going to lose its life to that. Yep, it does lose its life to the photon cannon. But it's going to be a transfer of probes. There it is, a lot of probes. Almost all of them from the main. The main still has a significant amount of resources left, though, so RCP just wants to have his main mining for as long as possible. Flight Council is out. Is there going to be charge or blink? I'm going to guess charge is going to be made, as charge is a very, very useful thing to deal with any amount of Marines and Marauders, as it prevents the capability for the Marines and Marauders to kill the Zealots before they can even get within attacking distance of the army. Alright, here we have, oh, wow, that's a perfect timing on that probe to see this attack, as it's going to allow RSVP to get ready for and protect his front. This is an incredibly scary and strong push. SCVs are coming in as well from Sungpa. Oh, he's going to siege up here and just abuse the terrain. This is so bad for RSVP to lose that probe. Oh, he's actually not going to. But still, scanning the front, sees this observer, but there is a Raven in the mix that's going to be incredibly helpful. This is enough for a point defense drone. Will he throw it down? But there is siege mode on those siege tanks going up. Colossi are up. They do have extended thermal lance. And here we go. The Banshees are going to start trying to pick off these Colossi. Here we have the main army for RSVP down there, but now this is so deadly. SCVs are up here in the front, taking hits from that. It's their point defense drone was thrown down. Marines are down here. Big push going to happen here. RSVP is not going to be able to deal with this though. Siege tanks are going to be able to destroy these Colossi, but the Colossi are actually decimating all of the Marines. RSVP has these Phoenixes, but they can't deal with the Banshees because they're cloaked, and now these Phoenixes are going to be taking hits from the Marines really easily. Now the Colossus is out. RSVP has got to pull that back before he loses that Colossus, and there's a stim. Colossus goes down, and Sungpa could easily be taking this right now. Medevac is going to go down, but Banshees are still cloaked and alive. No observers can actually be here because of that Raven. Where's the Raven was killed, it seems. That is crazy. RSVP does have a few more units down there. Full saturation down here at the third because he doesn't have a natural anymore. But now look at this. RSVP is going to go ahead and take down any reinforcements. Probably not going to matter though, as Sungpa has a very large count of units down here. There's still cloaked Banshees and 5 siege tanks just doing so much damage. The kill count between these guys is very high. 6 kills on that Banshee, 6 kills on both Banshees actually, but now it's 7 and 6. Third Banshee is now joining the group, but this Colossus goes down after getting 6 kills. So even though it's a successful Colossus, it still dies quickly. And now RSVP does have these Phoenixes now going to lift all these ground units and try and deal with this. Will they be lifting the tanks? As there it is, lifting the tanks and start taking them out. But RSVP is losing so much infrastructure right now. He's getting the hidden expo. It's actually up already. But RSVP has got to start running away units. The problem is the fact that there are still a lot of damage that he's taking. These Marauders are decimating the probe line. Tanks are going down to the Phoenixes. But really, this could be it. RSVP is now pulling his probes. Going to try and deal with this. There is the siege tank being lifted off, and Marauders as well, but he's losing so many probes, so much infrastructure. Sungpa's at 104 food, while RSVP is at 66 and at very decreased mining capacity, 38 probes to 53 SCVs. RSVP is not looking too good right now. Sungpa is just going to continue putting on the pressure and will eventually just run down RSVP. RSVP is now running around his probes to his hidden over here, but oh, Sungpa scans it, and RSVP is not going to be able to utilize this expo, as here are units running directly down there, and look at this, Sungpa is getting a hidden expansion of his own in a very interesting spot. But here we go, siege tanks, Marines, and Marauders are all running down here, going to take down this third with really without any real threat to his own units. It's just going to be a free base take for him. He's going to start targeting down these... oh, he's actually not going to be able to kill him, but he did almost as well. RSVP saved a lot of his probes, but still lost a fair bit of them, and actually going to get taken out by these Marauders. Yep, it goes down. I don't think there are any probes left in here. There's not a single probe left. They are getting killed, but this probe is now going to take down this siege tank. Oh, I really want that probe to get that kill, but this Nexus is taking a lot of heat. Looks like the probe's actually going to die before it can get the kill on the siege tank, unfortunately. The Phoenixes do, however, this Nexus is going to go down to Marauders. Looks like there was no energy left on these Phoenixes. There's only one liftoff from them in the entire group, so this Marauder is going to sit there and be happy. But here we go. We have all of these guys continuing to mine. RSVP is trying to actually get his bases and everything back up and running, but Sungpa just has too much here. He's going to stim and run in and just take this out yet again. That pylon goes down after having very little health left. But this is insane. Wow. But this is ridiculous. This is Sungpa's game. He's just owning this so badly. There's not really anything else to really say. RSVP is putting up as much of a fight as he can. He's got Colossi up, but he's now back to one base. There's no DTs or anything to try and do as much damage as he can, but Sungpa, he has this game. He's continuing to put on a ton of pressure. RSVP is just now trying to expand to a base that barely has any minerals left. and Sungpa's got 3 bases up, even a planetary fortress down here at this base. Look at the income. He has 5 times the amount of income, or now 4 times the amount of income. And he's getting another base as well. This is looking so good. He's just Stim is going to run in here again and take out the Nexus. Oh no, that actually gets cancelled. But RSVP is just being outplayed this game, just being controlled by Sungpa, and Sungpa knows this. Just poking in, doing damage here and there. And look at this. RSVP is now going to try and expand to his natural again, which has a significantly more amount of minerals than what his third was. But now here we go. Phoenixes and Colossi are up here, and it's looking good. Wow. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. For RSVP, is still macroing up a lot, but Sungpa is beginning to approach max at 153 food to RSVP's 80. This is incredible that he's been able to do this much with so little. But he's not been able to do any harassment. He has to keep his Phoenixes in here so he can actually lift off units. He's taking out the medevacs, but he's got to start lifting off the tanks. If he lifts off the tanks, it's just not going to matter. Everything is just dying. Sungpa has so many units, and there's GG from RSVP. Great fight. Sungpa did a very good job of playing that game. So incredible game, really, by both players.